What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here with my brother, Carefree Lewis. You know, one of the OGs in the game, even though he's still young. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. How you doing, bro? Everything blessed?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been nice to unwind a little bit because
Yeah.
we know what's going to be like for the next 6 months of no international break. It's going to be head down and just grafting. So it's good to relax, no stress watching Chelsea for the first time in
Yeah.
ages. Like, I'm actually actively looking forward for our club to come back to football. And I guess it's the same thing to you as well. But yeah, big up. It's great to be on. I spoke about this off camera. I wanted to say it as well. Big up for the growth that you've had this season.
Come
It
on.
has been
Appreciate it.
beautiful to watch. Because I don't know if you man know this. I've known Saeed since 2019.
Yeah.
And seeing you grow and build this channel to the level that it's been
Yeah.
at, bro, I could only be proud, man. Genuinely.
Come on, my
so
bro.
big up to you,
Likewise,
man.
man.
Big up to the community and love to be on.
Come on, man. Likewise as well, man. Like, Carefree Lewis, 100K pending soon, man. You know what I mean? Just got over the 50K mark. Let's get him to 100K. So subscribe to this channel, man. You know what I mean? If you want to know what proper Chelsea is without maybe feeling like he's part of the Chelsea community, because you know what it gets like in it, but he's proper Chelsea, man. Nobody can doubt his love for Chelsea, man. He's there home and away. You know what I mean? And he's supporting the club. So make sure you lot subscribe to his channel, man. And yeah, man, I want to discuss a few things, right? Because there's this myth here going around that Chelsea, or not even a myth, but like there's a lot of talk going around that if Arsenal are in a title race, then why are Chelsea not in a title race? Or are we underappreciating what Maresca's doing? Are we looking at Chelsea and like, you know what, man? They've actually got two squads, one for the Conference League and one that can silently do the business in the Premier League, bro. And it is kind of mad because your squad here, when you actually deep it does a talent here, is probably the best one of the best in the Premier League. Like genuinely in terms of talent. Obviously, you then have to mold it together and still get them to play football. But like, where do you sit in terms of when people are talking like about you, man, like that? And do you kind of like where do you sit with that, bro?
Honestly, it is sensational that people are even trying to put us in that conversation, because I remember the way people were talking about us during the summer. These men just spend, buy players unnecessarily. Why did they sack Maurizio Pochettino? He was turning things round. All of this garbage. It's going to be another process. You're all going to be Maresca out midway through the season. Now people have the nerve to put us in title races. Are you crazy? Everyone can stay on that side personally. Like, I remember all the narratives being run on our football club. No. People don't get to do the whole you must and you will contend and all of that. Like, I think it's more of the latter. People are underestimating Maresca. They're underestimating the squad. And I could understand it. Like, Maresca's inexperienced. I get it. I still think there's going to be mistakes to be made, which is why I'm again saying no title race. That is not happening. But he's doing his thing. We've basically got the 1 game a week thing again with the B team, which is perfect because we didn't take advantage of that at all. But to anyone who wants to say, like, because we're above Arsenal, that means we're in a title race, you got to look more at Arsenal than look at us. All we're doing is what I personally said we were going to do this season: compete for top 4. We are joint 4th. 3rd, just based off goal difference. We are doing exactly what I expect and nothing more than that. You have to look at Arsenal because Arsenal are the ones that are underachieving. They shouldn't, with 4-5 years of Mikel Arteta, a squad that they have built and grown together over these years, and they're level on points with this new batch of players that Chelsea just merged together over the last 2 years with a manager in his first season in the Prem. No, don't look at us. Look at them. Because they're the ones that were meant to be doing shit this season. They were the ones that were meant to be on business. So it's nothing for me. And just to round off the point, I dare anybody to tell me that they see Robert Sanchez with a Premier League medal at the end of the season. I dare someone to say that with chest, because it ain't happening. So no title race, bro.
No way, man. Like, you know, I was like, you know what? Why do Chelsea fans hate Robert Sanchez? It's only when I went to Old Trafford here and I seen, man, Hoyland had a bad touch here to put it under control and then decide to basically clatter him and then concede the penalty. I was like, yeah. Now I realize I went to Chelsea fan TV. I did a fan camera. I was like, yeah, now I understand because he's such a bozo. He's not right in the head, bro. It's as if he needs to get involved. I'm like, are you okay, bro? Are you all right in the head?
And bro, it's not just that game, man. This guy has cost me the Arsenal at home fixture 2 years in a row. Because Martinelli, how are you getting beaten from that angle by that scrub? Are you taking the mick? And then it happened to him again on international duty yesterday. I don't know if you saw. They subbed him on in the second half against Spain, and he conceded from the same angle again in like 15 minutes. This guy is a bum. Liverpool away, gave the ball away numerous times. Nottingham Forest nearly saved us the game and nearly cost us the game. Arsenal, same energy. United, same energy. This man is a net negative. And this is the first thing where I'm eyeing Maresca on.
Yeah.
Because all I've seen this season is that is PR about how they believe Robert Sanchez has all the attributes to be one of the best goalkeepers in the Prem in the coming years, and he's going to mature and all that. This brother is what, 26, 27? He's one of the senior players. Are you kidding me about maturing? We have 10 goalkeepers. Why can you not drop him for one game just to at least show him that he's not untouchable? It's ridiculous, but we continue to persist with him. So I'm now at the point where I am not manager out. I highly doubt I will be manager out at any point this season. But the more Sanchez costs us points, the more he costs us goals, the more I'm holding the manager accountable for. Arsenal was the first one because it wasn't just the poor goal that he conceded. His passing was shocking again.
Facts.
And yet we're still going to play him. So that's my first gripe with him.
When you deep it, man, there's a lot of like problems in this team, and it's like when people like you. I mean, I've never seen a title-winning team with a shit goalkeeper. Like I've never. Like I could be wrong. Kasper Schmeichel, Leicester, quality keeper. Peter Cech, Courtois, Van der Sar, Alisson,
Layman.
Yeah, like bro.
No, did Bartes win? What did you think about Bartes? Because I didn't.
The thing is with Bartes, he was a bit of a maniac, but he weren't like Robert Sanchez bozo. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know,
even then levels.
Yeah, but we had the thing is, we had a title-winning team though that you could get away with that a little bit in that aspect. But he weren't he's a World Cup winner. You know what I mean, bro? Let's be honest. Like he's a World Cup winner.
He was, wasn't he?
France, yeah.
You know what?
So I mean, so we can't really add Bartes in there.
So, you don't win the league title with a bum in goal.
You don't.
Here we are.
Let me ask you a question there. Is that the thing here? If you'd have got a keeper in the summer, let's say you go and got Diego Costa, or Diogo Costa, whatever it's called, Bro, is that the difference between, do you reckon, Chelsea maybe saying that they're title kind of almost like pretenders in a sense of like, you know what, if they're in and around there, they could possibly get something. Is that the difference for you, or do you think there's more teething issues in your team?
Look, if we had a better goalkeeper, I might listen to it a bit more. I wouldn't get ahead of myself because I still need to see what the centre-back pairing's like. Like, there's errors waiting to happen there. They're less of an issue than the goalkeeper, and they're only going to get better. I believe in Fofana, I believe in Colwill, but still teething problems there. And also the manager. Yeah. So I'd hear it. If I want to say pretenders and everything, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? We might be around till like March, April, peter off a little bit because we also don't have a good run-in for the end of the season. We got Nottingham Forest away last game of the season. You're our last home game. We got Liverpool away, and we got you're our last home game. We got Liverpool away and Newcastle away, all in our last 4 to 5 games.
Yeah, ours is tough as well.
I wouldn't think we're going to win the league.
Bro, I swear down, yours is like literally the same as ours in terms of like fixtures. We have like crazy end to the season. We're playing like, I think, let me just look at it right now. If I look at it, we're playing Villa at home, Chelsea away, West Ham at home, Brentford away, Bournemouth away, Wolves at home, Newcastle away, Man City at home, Forest away, and Leicester away, Arsenal at home.
Is that your last 4 fixtures?
No, but I'm talking about from March, bro. From March until the end, bro.
But that's our last 4 games. Liverpool, Newcastle, you lot, and then we end at Forest. Yeah. So to me, I'd hear the pretenders argument because if you give me a goalkeeper, I'll say I want 3rd. Forget 4th. I'll say I want 3rd. But title, nah,
you know what it is with
I
title?
think that's still too much for me to ask for.
You kind of need to win like at least 5 to 10 games in a row. Like if you look at this one here, yeah, like this running now for the next 10 fixtures, you've got Leicester at home, away, sorry. Aston Villa, who are not great at away from home, yeah. They got them at home. You got Tottenham away, which to be fair, you don't do bad at their ground, innit, as well.
Yeah, light work lane.
Yeah. This one here is probably the toughest one. You, man, always lose at Brentford. I don't know what it is, Brentford at home, but you, man,
bro, we've beaten Brentford once since they've gone up.
Oh my God, that's
once
bad.
In the league.
That's bad. You got Everton away, which you lost last season, to be fair.
Another ground we hate going to.
And then Fulham at home.
No, realistically, though, Villa's the only game that should really be a concern because they like playing at our ground too. They've beaten us the last 2 times they've come to the bridge in a row. So that would be my biggest concern. Everything else, I can't lie. I want 3 points. Give me the 3 points and keep it. Even Tottenham away. Sorry, we take the mick when we go to that ground. So
yeah, I remember your fan cam last year.
They suit us perfectly. You might want to play with that high line against us. Cool, bring it. I don't even need you to go down to 9 men. It's not the pot cheerer. So I'm fine with that one. That run, though, could have a lot of Chelsea fans talking reckless. And I can understand. But
we call the word giddy. You know what I mean? In my community, you get giddy in that because you know what it is with being a fan here? Like, I feel like, you know, obviously we go to games, innit? And don't get me wrong, it's not about maybe going to games, but like when you come out of the ground, the feeling that people are talking about, it's different. And when you go back on social media, like shit, like, or people are telling me, yo, calm down, relax. But I've come out the ground now and we're 1 point behind this team here. They're meant to be title contenders. And it's like, hold on a minute. Yo, what's going on here? Like, am I supposed to just relax here? Like, if we're in a genuine title race with a team and you're looking at Man City the way they kind of faded a little bit and that, and then you're looking at you and you're like, hold on a minute. We look strong here. We got Cole Palmer, we got Neto, we got Sancho, we got Jackson, we got Caicedo, who's in the form of his career right now. We've got, you know, Lavia, who I believe has got a minor knock, but should be okay. You know, you got a back line that is good. Reece James seems to be fit. Like, things are looking good for you where you don't have to stress about playing a lot of games in a row because you've got a lot of rotation, a lot of depth in your team. Like, that's where it's like you get a bit, you kind of, you get drawn in, but then you say to yourself, but relax, Saeed, relax, Lewis. We're not that team yet, bro. Mentality-wise as well. That's the biggest thing, isn't it?
That's the thing for me. Like, but I don't mind Chelsea fans like starting to get a bit giddy because I actually like that we're in that position again. For the first time in years, like Chelsea fans would be confident in the team, confident in the manager. It's just, for me, not really ready for that yet because I anticipate that there would be some sort of slip up because if you don't, then you are talking about a title race because consistency is what gets you to that point. I don't think we're necessarily there on the consistent front, but I hear you. You come out of games sometimes, you have a really good performance, the atmosphere is booming, you get a little bit gassed.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't mind Chelsea fans doing it. It's when rival fans are doing it after trying to run the, oh, your club's a mess, Clear Lake are killing your club and all of that. You don't get to put them expectations on my football club after that. You can wait. You can see that you are wrong about the actions and you can come back to me next season and tell me what you expect from the club. For me, everything's working exactly how I thought it would. Compete for top 4. And here we are competing for top 4 because realistically, things can change on a dime. Like, look how bad your season's been. You're 4 points behind us. Just like that. And you're 13.
I don't even believe that's even. I keep looking at the league and I'm like, are we actually 4 points behind third? Like, what the fuck?
Yep. And it's because we've been sloppy in some games.
Yes.
Like Crystal Palace. Even though, like, I think it's more unlucky than anything, should be leaving with 3 points in that game. United, we should have won that game. With the confidence that we all had going into that game, no one should be accepting a draw. Arsenal, sorry, there for the taking. These men didn't impress me at all. And we didn't get the job done. Nottingham Forest, another one. Even though they got a great defense, we breached it enough times and we didn't get the job done. So which is why we're here. because ultimately there is still a little bit of teething problems. I think sometimes the substitutions are a little bit late. Obviously, we've got Robert Sanchez, who's a walking mistake. The defense are going to make errors. We struggle a little bit in defensive transition. I think we've got a bit better at it, but nah, like when you're talking about like Liverpool, who have been doing a madness all season, City, who we know are just going to respawn out of nowhere and just go on a mad run. Nah, not us. Not us.
But you know what? But do you think that with the fan base though, you lot are united now? Because listen, I think your fan is similar to mine in terms of like we just love to bicker amongst each other in it, and like we all want to win, but we all want to win in a different way in it, and like people get mistranslated and kind of like like misinterpreted. Like where do you feel like the fan base is now? Like because obviously I speak to my brother. What's his name called? The black brother, man. I was on his channel the other day, and he's proper Chelsea. And you've got him on your channel a couple of times. He's got dreads as well.
I'm gonna need a name.
Coming, man.
I know so many.
You had him a show with Dooney, and he's like,
"Oh, CB,
CB,
yeah, big up CB, man."
Because he's like, we need to win the title this year. No, I'm not having this, man. Standards should be high, etc., etc. But then there's also some people that are a bit realistic and they say, you know what? Nah, we're not off that. We're still a top form. And like, do you feel like there shouldn't be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, do you reckon the toxicity has gone down a little bit though in that aspect?
Toxicity has definitely gone down, but I am waiting because I do think it's only going to take some results to, especially with this run of games. Any one bad result, I think people will just start turning again because I've seen it enough times. Man will flip-flop. When it comes to guys like CB, I don't mind it because like I will have no issue with a man just trying to uphold standards. I respect that. Even though I don't think we're going to go for a title. If you're going to tell me every season you go in with the expectation that we should be competing for it, I will respect your consistency. Because at the very least, you're not flip-flopping. You are being consistent in your stance. Your stance is Chelsea should always be competing for titles. And if you're not doing it, it's not enough. And I can understand that, even though I personally think I don't mind the aim being top 4, as long as when you get to top 4, it changes. Never be satisfied with top 4 once you have achieved top 4. If you haven't got there before, have the aim to get there because you're progressing. Then as soon as I get top 4 this season, title race the next season. I want us competing the season after. Like that. It should not be stagnation. So I get his stance. And again, like I said earlier, I don't mind Chelsea fans doing that. But in terms of toxicity levels, we will see, man. We will see. Because it was all sunshine and rainbows when Sarri was unbeaten till November. And then as soon as we lost our first game, it was chaos from that point onwards. Like, this fan base never has a peaceful season. Never. And you don't know what's around the corner. So, yeah, I wouldn't sleep on that one. I wouldn't.
No, 100%. Because it's one of them where when it's all going well and rosy, and there's people that are there when it goes bad, they're just there, innit? They're there waiting for you lot to be...
Shout out AI, man. As soon as you draw a game, the man's talking about how Chelsea aren't good enough.
The less said, the better about my man there, bro. I can't lie. But I think for me, I'll be honest with you, I'm looking at on an outsider, and I was praising your summer window. I gave you... And I thought Maresca, what I like about him is no bullshit energy. Like, bro... Like, yo, if you're good enough, you're playing, innit? You know what I mean? Like, don't messing around, bro. Like, if you're not there...
And I respect it so much, but here's my thing. Consistency. Same energy for that goalkeeper, bruv.
Yeah.
Because you'll do it with Enzo, you'll do it with Mudryk. I respect it. Do it with Sanchez.
Yeah.
Is
Hodgson better, do you reckon? Hodgson, is he better?
I refuse to believe he's worse until I see the Premier League evidence.
Fair. Yeah,
like, Sanchez has lowered the bar so much. If Jorgensen is worse, I will start crashing it on these owners. We have 10 goalkeepers on our books. And you mean to tell me none of them are good enough? Really?
Yeah.
You man brought in another bum? Jorgensen, I think, had like the highest save percentage in La Liga last season or something crazy like that. You cannot tell me he's worse than Sanchez. You can't.
You can't.
And if he is, why the hell did we buy him? Like, there's
a guy that got beaten by Rob Steele, bro. You know Rob Steele? Was it Rob Steele or something like that from Brighton? Like, Keeg went ahead of him in the pecking order under De Zerbi. That's how
Yeah,
bad it is,
Sanchez was
bro.
number 3. We brought him because we got Brighton's goalkeeping coach, Ben Roberts, and he was the one who got the best out of Sanchez, so he wanted to do Captain Save-A-Ho
Oh,
and
here we
get him
go,
again.
man. Get
So,
out of here, man. Get
like,
out
he
of
should
here,
go
bro.
with him, personally, because he's the one that pushed for this move. And now we're stuck
Yeah.
with Sanchez on a 6-7 year contract. He's a
Mhm.
bum.
Yeah. No, I think for me, it's like you got the minerals in there in terms of Cole Palmer. You got like you just need to have that consistency, bro. Like you haven't. What's the most you've gone in terms of winning streak this season? Like in terms of winning games, is it 2 or 3 winning in a row? Like that's
It
where
might be 3.
yeah, if you
It
can
might
build
be, or
that,
maybe even 2. Maybe even 2, because I think it might be the no, yeah, 3. Bournemouth, Brighton, and West Ham. That was all in a row.
yeah. Bournemouth, yeah, Brighton and West, yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
that was it. That was it.
And
And
then you
that's just
drew
the
to
league.
Forest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, you should have built in that another performance there. Then you got beat by Liverpool, which is fair enough. Then you obviously beat Newcastle. So it's not as if you're going on like it's not like when you actually deep it, like you're not in a bad position, bro. You've got
Yeah, like when I look at performances, it's only the United game that annoyed me in terms of performance, because like the whole forward line bar Neto didn't show up.
Yeah.
And Gusto was just getting cooked on the left-hand side by Rashford all game. Well, all half. So that one, if anything. In terms of performances,
as Liverpool
Palace.
as well.
Yeah, like Palace, I come out of that game not really annoyed about a lot, because like I genuinely think we just fell to a wonder goal and then we struggled to break down the low block, and we've improved at that, which was what the Forest game showed.
Yeah.
We broke through their low block. They're a very good defensive team. We made good chances and then struggled with Sells just doing a madness on us. Conceded off a set piece. They're brilliant at set pieces. Nothing to be annoyed about. Liverpool, same thing. Arsenal, actually, I can't lie. I'll put that performance in there as well. But then I look at it like I'm annoyed about Arsenal and Man United performances more than Forest and Crystal Palace. Fair enough, because they're the teams that we struggled against last season. I say that we beat Palace both games last season, but point still stands. We struggled against the bottom 5. That was it.
But like I said, all in all, there's an optimism around your club. There's a good feeling around your club. You know what I mean? Like I said, this week you got Leicester away. Don't let that game be the game, bro. That you man like. Listen, if Jamie Vardy's back, it could be a problem. But don't let that game be a game where you mess around, bro. Like, bro, because then people are like, oh, Maresca coming back, Leicester because they'll be galvanized, by the way. Leicester fans will be up for that game because the way he left and the whole situation.
Like, Hall, they don't like Fofana either.
They don't like Fofana. Yo, that could be a sticky one still, man. Like
even then, it's like my bigger worry is the whole midfield dilemma that we got, because Lavia's got a knock from last week. Enzo and Caicedo come back on Thursday from international duty, so it's a race to see if they're going to be sharp enough to play. The question is, what are we doing in the midfield? Even with the midfield, though, like even if you play one for 45 and rotate and with the other and everything, it should be enough to dominate Leicester. Like these men ain't been good this season. Every Leicester fan I speak to despises Steve Cooper and they want him gone immediately. And all they're getting by off is Maresca muscle memory. Like if they try and do what Maresca did last season, they look a little bit more competent in building up play. Please just go beat these guys, even with the early kickoff. I don't care. Bro. Like this cannot be a banana slip. But I don't think it will be. I really don't.
Just a quick one. In terms of Enzo Fernandez, like, is he like, has he gone from like dependable, we need him stand up and rise up to like, you know what, bro? I'm kind of tired of you right now. Just turn up, bro, and just start performing now. Like, where's it? Where is like everybody's head at with Enzo Fernandez? Do you think? Because there's a player in there, man. It's not as if he's a rubbish player. It's just, has he got that oomph about him, that feeling like, you know what? I'm here to take over now. I'm not messing around anymore.
See, I don't know. It's a confusing one with him. Yeah, like the price tag is gonna kill him. That's the main problem. Because I look at the pivot that we got with Lavia and Caicedo, I wouldn't change that unless we're playing like a disgusting low block. Then maybe change it and throw Enzo in. But even then, it's like people act like Lavia isn't progressive. Lavia is progressive. He's good with his passing too. I just think maybe he doesn't have the same level of vision that Enzo has, but he's still good at progressing the ball. He ain't no sideways passer like Declan Rice or nothing. And then when you play Enzo further forward, he just ain't got the mobility. And even it's like his passing gets worse when he goes further up the pitch. And then God forbid he loses the ball. He is not getting back quickly enough. The brother is slow as hell. So I look at him. I don't think he's a terrible player, but you're not getting in the 10. You're not getting in the defensive pivot. And people are going to act like because the price tag he has to play. And like, I understand it for that, but there's better players there until I see otherwise. So I don't know. He's going to get minutes. Same thing with Nkunku. He's going to get minutes as well because we've got a big amount of fixtures coming up over the next month.
No, 100% they'll get minutes. Facts.
I don't think they're in our strongest 11 though.
Wow. There we go, man. There we go. Listen, Lewis, man, it's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a good chat. Good little catch up on that on Chelsea. Chelsea fans in the chat, make sure you lot are subscribing to Lewis's channel, Carefree Lewis G on YouTube, and also subscribe to this channel as well. And like I said, there'll be more collabs coming. There'll be more videos coming. Just keep an eye on. Have your notifications on. And yeah, we'll see you next week. And maybe Chelsea United could be in a very, very different position. You never know.
Oh, we had better not.
Hey, hey, don't go anywhere.